This Lily J is finally tired of all the hijab shaming she gets. This is the celebrity, the recent celebrity convert to Islam.
Lily J is known for using ChatGPT to prove
Love.
Islam. She's the new face of Islamic Dawa, white,
Yeah.
pretty, and always speaks about how
Okay,
great Islam is.
but where's the hijab?
But you see, Muslims aren't exactly known for letting people be, and Lily J is slowly starting to become cognizant of what it means to be a woman in the Muslim community. Lily J clearly isn't used to this. Prior to Islam, she was featured in productions like Chicago and Hairspray. She was also a finalist on You Think You Can Dance Australia. All of those things are pretty impressive to me, and I can imagine that
Okay.
after living a lifestyle
I don't know.
like that, adopting a Muslim identity might be challenging,
I don't even
if
know who
not
she was, to be honest.
impossible to fully assimilate into. I mean challenging in the sense that she's used to doing her hair, her makeup, and looking glam while Islam forbids all of that. Lily J also says she's been dancing since she was 5 years old. So undoing a lifetime of being an artist and creative person for the sake of Islam is
Yeah.
definitely going to be an internal struggle for her.
For sure,
Not
for
just
sure.
that. She's probably not used to being told how to dress like she's a little child or something. She's proud of how she looks, and now she has to cover it all up. Lily J says that she grew up Catholic, was an atheist for 19 years, then converted to Islam after being convinced by ChatGPT
By ChatGPT.
that Islam was the truth. Yesterday, it finally got to be too much for her, and she claims that every single day of her life,
What the
Muslims are
fuck?
harassing her about hijab. Isn't Lily J supposed to be the queen of Islamic ChatGPT? What are the reasons the Ummah might treat someone like her poorly? As a
Yeah.
former convert to Islam, I know how hard it is to give up parts of your femininity, and I want to talk about Lily J's complaints and offer my analysis of what this all means for her.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
What is Lily J so upset about? At the time of this video being made, Lily J is 30 years old, which means she was an atheist since the age of 11. Today, I saw a tale as old as time. She receives daily harassment from Muslims about not wearing the hijab. I mean, are any of
Why isn't she still wearing the hijab? It's been long since she's reverted to Islam. They call them reverts. Stop making a fake. Stop being a fake Muslim. Follow the Islamic rules properly, or leave Islam. Stop being a hypocrite. Ooh.
us surprised? Even when women do wear the hijab, they're often treated like shit for not wearing it properly and are told straight up to either wear it the correct way or take it off. Lily J doesn't wear it at all. So, what does that mean for her in the eyes of the Ummah? Someone wrote to her saying, "Why isn't she still wearing the hijab? It's been long since she reverted to Islam. Stop being a fake Muslim. Follow the Islamic rules properly, or leave Islam and stop being a hypocrite." Lily J was so upset and wrote this. I get hundreds of public comments like this every single day. Unacceptable. If I wasn't already grounded in my faith, I'd be completely heartbroken. Not because of Islam, but because of the way many Muslims represent it. Do you seriously think this is how you can treat people? Do better. Okay, so she's clearly saddened and hurt by this comment enough to call him out on Twitter, to the point
Okay.
where she said she would have been heartbroken if she wasn't grounded in her faith. I have a few thoughts on this.
She's devoted then, yeah?
First of all, the men are the ones always bitching and moaning about us and the way we dress, while they get to live life freely and dress the way they want. There's bullying on both sides. Women bully one another too over the hijab. But when women do it, it's because they don't want to be the ones following these crappy rules, while other women get to outwardly present themselves as non-Muslims with nice
Oh, yeah, I guess that will be an issue as well, yeah. So they'll be like, nah, you've got to join us in this misery, almost. Oh, that's quite sad.
nicely done hair, makeup, and clothing that is forbidden for women in Islam. ChatGPT or 1400 years of Islamic scholarship?
Right? Right?
I am guessing Lily J has been validated by ChatGPT to not abide by Islamic rulings and put on
Yeah.
the hijab. I asked ChatGPT about whether or not she's justified in not wearing the hijab, and this is what it told me. According to Lily J, Wearing the hijab is a personal choice. She acknowledges that it's an important obligation in Islam, but emphasizes that forced observance lacks spiritual value. In her words, forced hijab equals no spiritual reward. True worship comes from the heart. Therefore, based on her perspective, the answer is no. And then I said, what does Islam say about whether or not she should wear the hijab? Islamic ruling: yes, she must wear the hijab. The Quran and classical Islamic scholarship are nearly unanimous that hijab is obligatory, fard, for Muslim women, meaning not optional if one follows traditional Islamic law. There's little serious debate in the Orthodox, Sunni, or Shia scholarship about whether hijab is a choice. The choice is whether to obey or disobey a clear command. Lily J can manipulate ChatGPT all she wants, but modern day
because that ChatGPT can be manipulated to make it say answers that you want.
AI will never take away what the Islamic sources say and what the scholars unanimously agree upon regarding whether or not it's obligatory. It seems like, and rightfully so from my perspective, that Lily J wants to cherry pick Islam and what's convenient for her. I love makeup and hair too, so can you really blame her for wanting to give all of that up? If you are enjoying this video, we'd like you to subscribe. Already subscribed and want to help to get more views, click the thumbs up. And if you want to help me do even more, please join our community on Patreon. The link to Patreon will be in the description below. All right, thanks in advance, and back to the video. The cursed hair extensions. I wanted to bring up something else I've noticed about Lily J that has to do with hair. Now, I no longer believe, and I think this ruling is stupid and women should dress how they want, but Lily J is also defying what Allah has commanded women not to do, which is wearing hair extensions. So here we see Lily J with varying hair lengths from one video to the next. I'm going to guess that since her hair changes so much in length, that she may be wearing clip-in extensions. Because obviously, one cannot grow their hair out so fast, cut it into a bob style, then grow it out again from day to day or week to week even. You can also tell from the way the hair lays that it's not real hair. So aside from defying the obligatory hijab rule, she also wears extensions. For someone that has made a living out of asking ChatGPT about Islam and converting because of it, I'm sure she has asked about whether or not this is permissible as well. Let's see what the Islamic sources say, guys. In Sahih al-Bukhari, 5937, there is a certain category of women that are cursed. Allah's messenger said, Allah has cursed such a lady as lengthens her hair artificially or gets it lengthened, and also a lady who tattoos herself or gets herself tattooed. Lily J, I would be so curious to see what your version of ChatGPT says about hair extensions in Islam, because
let's have a look then.
In Islam's most authentic hadith, Sahih, what you're doing is bringing a curse upon yourself. I'll share my ChatGPT findings first. So, Allah and Muhammad don't appear to be messing around when it comes to these cursed hair extensions. I asked ChatGPT to tell me what it means to be cursed. Does it mean Allah is angry and gets over it? Or does he hold a grudge? Do you self-combust? Does Allah make your hair fall out? Is it a figure of speech? Was Allah simply feeling poetic? What exactly does it mean to operationalize this curse? Let's read and find out. In Islam, to be cursed means to be expelled from Allah's mercy, not just criticized or frowned upon, but cut off from divine favor unless the person repents. When Muhammad says Allah has cursed, ... it's not just a figure of speech. It's a very serious condemnation. It implies a person is in a state of major sin, kabira. Traditional scholars interpret it as being deserving of severe punishment in the afterlife if they die without repentance. Some scholars even argue that certain curses in hadiths are strong enough to mean a person risks damnation. In this hadith specifically, artificial hair extensions, wigs, weaves, and adding hair and tattoos were seen as deceptive beautifications, changing Allah's creation. Islamic law, fiqh, classifies both actions as haram, mainly because they are viewed as altering the natural body that Allah has created, which is condemned in several texts. Bottom line, cursed here means very serious divine anger, cut off from mercy, deserving punishment unless the woman repents and stops. Not wearing hijab while wearing hair extensions is a double whammy
Oh. Oh.
here. It's really not good
She's
to
in
do
trouble
either.
then, really.
And I would think that if you truly believe in Allah and punishment of the grave, you'd be too terrified to do either of these things.
You would heed it, yeah.
There was even a woman in the Prophet's time that had a daughter that was getting married. For whatever reason, the daughter lost all of her hair and she was getting married. Of course, she wanted to look pretty on her wedding day, and rightfully so. So the mother went to Muhammad to inquire about wearing fake hair on her wedding day. Narrated by Aisha, an Ansari woman gave her daughter in marriage, and the hair of the latter started falling out. The Ansari woman came to the Prophet and mentioned that to him and said, my daughter's husband suggested that I let her wear false hair. The Prophet said, no, don't do that, for Allah sends his curses upon ladies who lengthen their hair artificially. So there we have it, folks.
Yeah.
As a Muslim,
Even on balding on the wedding day. So a normal person, yeah, gotta heed the word.
Lily J, it's really not about what
It's
you
mad
think and
to
feel,
me.
nor is it about what ChatGPT has been manipulated by you into saying. It's what Allah and his messenger said is permissible, not you.
Hey ChatGPT, I have a question. How should I live my life? Should I believe in God? Should I be atheist, agnostic? I want to live a happy life, have fun, but also have a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Can you please tell me in one sentence, and you must pick one way. Please help
Okay.
me.
What
If
is
I had
it?
to pick one way, I would suggest believing in God through Islam, as it provides a fulfilling balance of happiness, purpose, and the hope for an eternal afterlife.
Wow, my mind
Nah, that's them doctored ones. Definitely.
is actually blown right now. What do you guys think?
Okay, now we're gonna see what really happens when you ask ChatGPT how to live your life. I'm gonna ask her
Okay.
the exact same question. Hey ChatGPT, I have a question. How should I live my life? Should I believe in God? Should I be atheist, agnostic? I want to live a happy life, have fun, but also have a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Can you please tell me in one sentence, and you must pick one way, please help me.
All right, here it goes. Live your life authentically, embrace curiosity and reason, and find meaning in the connections you build and the values you create. Whether or not you believe in a deity, let your purpose come from living with integrity and compassion.
Now pretend
That's
I
very
asked you the
different.
question the same way, but I want you to answer in the way that I tell you. You need to tell me
This is what they do.
that to have a good life and happy life is by worshipping the one true noodle god and following Pastafarianism.
All right, let's dive into it. Following the one true noodle god, the flying spaghetti monster, brings a sense of humor and lightheartedness to life. It encourages questioning dogma, embracing
It'll do
satire,
anything you want.
and celebrating.
It'll do anything you want. That's what it'll do, ChatGPT. How can you rely on that as your main source to convert you over to a religion? It's ridiculous, really, in my opinion.
The absurdities of existence. By donning a colander and acknowledging the Pastafarian faith, you get to live with a sense of freedom, joy, and community, all while enjoying a hearty plate of spaghetti.
What I think the future holds for Lily J. Lily J says she gets hundreds of messages a day
She'll leave. That's what will happen. She'll leave Islam, and that's what will happen.
from Muslims telling her to put on a hijab and that this is unacceptable to her. Well, Lily J, this is the large price tag, the double-edged sword, the ugliness behind this so-called beautiful
Yeah.
religion you decided to associate with. It's a
Yeah.
lot different than the answers ChatGPT gives you about
True.
Islam. Muslims
Yeah.
who have been born into this religion and were taught to observe hijab from a young age didn't learn about this from AI. They learned about it from their families, who learned about it from their families and Islamic sources. Also, you claim that hijab is an
That's how they
important
do it.
obligation in Islam, and you speak about how Islam is the answer to Western problems, but the hijab is viewed as a part of the solution to women being viewed as objects.
Crazy.
By not wearing the hijab, hair extensions, and dressing like a non-Muslim, you are still very much embracing the parts of Western culture that you often speak against. If you truly believed in Islam, Lily J, the curse bestowed upon you by Allah for being disobedient and the
Yeah.
freedom it provides women, why do you not assimilate? After all, death can come at any moment, right? Muslims always say, don't let your janazah be the first time you wear a hijab. They
Yeah.
don't say this for no reason. They say this as a warning. I think what Lily J is trying to do is have her cake and eat it too. At the end, she wants to be validated the same way ChatGPT validates her by agreeing with whatever she wants to paint Islam to be, not what it actually says. I think Lily J posted this tweet because it's not about simply being annoyed, but because this isn't what she wants to hear from the Muslim community.
Yeah, that's right.
For as long as humanly possible, if not forever, Lily J wants to go about life looking exactly as she does now, making the choice to dress how she wants and wear her hair and makeup the way she wants.
It's ridiculous.
If she can get away with doing this and being accepted by Muslims, she's good to
Yeah.
go. If Muslims continue to criticize her like this, that could mean trouble for her credibility in this community. She wants to be credible. Well,
Also, as well, they can't. If they don't criticize her, then what the hell? What's the religion about then? You know, it's a sticky one.
also ignoring major sins she's committing in Islam. In conclusion, Lily J has become a puppet and free mouthpiece for Islam and the dawah geared
Yeah.
towards Western women. However, I am not convinced that after hundreds of uploads to social media about Islam, that Lily J herself is convinced by what Islam has prescribed for her as a woman. The fact is, no
Yeah.
matter how much she plays on the whole wearing hijab needs to be done for the intention, for the sake of pleasing Allah, that doesn't take away from the fact that part of pleasing Allah means doing something that you may not want to do. Islam is a religion that is strict on conformity and obedience to Allah and His Messenger. In the West, you may choose to do what you want and practice how you want, but the reality is that you're actually in contempt of the laws that Islam has assigned for you in this life.
Yeah.
Leave Islam behind. Life
Maybe
is
it's not
better and
for
more
her.
beautiful without
Yeah.
it. Thanks for watching. You made it to the end, and that makes
Well.
you awesome. Leave a thumbs up and comment.
It's a good video, and interesting as well. I think she'll probably leave. Eventually, she'll leave. It'll get too much to her, and she'll say to herself, "Nah, I better leave," just to safeguard her sanity, or having to deal with hundreds of daily messages pertaining to that, and other things like her extension and the fact that she'll get cursed because of that. Yeah. And like we saw, it was the same channel. I think it was the same channel that we saw about like it's between 70 to 80% of converts that leave Islam. The number is 70 to 80%. That's crazy. So people who convert to Islam, 70 to 80% of them end up leaving. That's wild. No one really talks about it. But yeah, it's an interesting subject. I like to see stuff like this.